Hello flummies, a couple quick disclaimers. I know I promised more videos and I'm sorry, I have them planned out, I promise. But unfortunately, during the pandemic, flow arts did kind of take a back seat, but it comes with some pretty good news. Stay tuned to the end of the video to find out what that is. And I'm back now. We're going to go over 5 more beginner fan tricks for you guys. Also, quick disclaimer, I am a total fucking wimp. I don't like cold weather. I do not. I like the snow. I like watching it fall. It's nice and pretty, but I'm freezing. So for this video, for the duration of this video, I am a reindeer, okay? I've got my fur coat on. I'm keeping myself nice and warm, okay? I'm just trying not to freeze. So forgive me. So without further ado, let's get into it. Pay no mind to the little squishy on the bed. So crown folds are going to start above your head, just like this. Your arms are going to make an X at the wrist, and your fans are going to be in this O relation here. So they're going to go above your head, and you're going to fold your fans down. Now what folding means is that the bottom wicks of each fan are going to stay just about where they are. It's okay if they move a little bit, but you're just going to flip it over just like that. And your wrists are going to move to your chest, and you're just going to flip down just like that. And then I'm on my tippy toes so you can see. It's going to flip down again so that your arms are outstretched down here, and your fans never leave that O relation. And then you can go back up, flip up and up again, and you're back where you started. Flip down and down, and then up and up. And you can play around with this too. So you can flip down all the way, bring your fans out to the side and back up and do it again. You can also do that in reverse. Go up, bring your fans down and up again. Ta-da! You can also throw in a spin. Go down, bring it up, spin right here, and up again. Technical difficulties, okay. Back to reindeer, back to fans. So next up is slides and glides. Now, this is the basis for what I taught you guys in the first beginner fan trick tutorial, the cat eye elliptical. This thing where the front fan glides to the other side and the other one slides over, and that one's in front now, so they just kind of switch, if you guys remember that. So I completely forgot to tell you guys about the different possibilities with the slide and glide movements alone. It's not just cat eyes. There's a lot that you can do with. So a glide is just when your fan kind of drops and you bring it to another spot and then grab it again. So you can go side to side, just like that. You do want to try to keep it as fluid of a motion as possible. So just like that, like that. You don't want to actually drop it and hold it for a second and then slowly carry it along and then awkwardly grab it. You do want to make it quick and easy. Like that, like that. So when you do glides, you really just want to play around with the movement. See where you can glide it and where you can slide. What? There's diagonal. What? What? Na, na, na. You can also take this crown position into a glide to the sides. So what? And then carry it back. Yeah. Next up is arm chasers. This might still be intermediate. I don't know, but it's simple enough to explain. So we're going to cross our wrists again, just like this, so that the backs of our hands are facing each other. And we're gonna bring it out here to the side. Let me switch it here so you can see what I'm doing. So now it's my right wrist on top. It really doesn't matter which is on top. You wanna be able to do it either way, but the one that's in front is gonna drop and you're gonna glide it up your arm, hence arm tracer, grab it back here, and then slide it over here so that now your palms are facing each other. So now the other fan is in the front and that one is going to drop and glide under your arm. Your hand is gonna go under your arm, over here, and grab it back here, and come back around so that your wrists are crossed again. You're gonna start from the beginning, just like that, and then like that. And it's that same kind of gliding that we learned earlier. Da-da, 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 da-da. And we're back where we started. And again, you do want to practice it in both directions. So now my left wrist is on top, and now it's the back fan that's going to drop first. So like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this. But it's the same basic concept. So next up was a request, and that was, it was technically Mexican weaves that this person asked for, but when I went to Home of Poi, it's real. They're reels. Maybe they just name it differently because Home of Poi is based in New Zealand, so the tricks are bound to have a couple different names. Happens a lot. It happens all the time. But it's the same basic concept. So a reel is this. So if anyone watched my 2-beat weave tutorial where we did side to side, that X that you draw in front, it's the same basic concept. So if you face the side, have your fan going side to side. And if you haven't seen it, all you're doing is you're carrying your fan up one side, bringing it across your body, and then down the other side. So your thumb is going to lead the way the entire time. Dip, and a dip, and a dip, and a dip. And you want to keep your fingers loose. If you keep your grip really, really tight, it can actually hurt your wrists after a while, and it doesn't have that same fluid motion. So you want to keep your fan nice and loose. I have it on the tips of my fingers. So this is the beginning of a weave. And when you turn, it's a reel. Just like that. So instead of going side to side like the weaves do, a reel just goes in front and behind. Now, if you're new at this, it is common for your fan to only go about here. This position back here is very, very uncomfortable. It's awkward, it feels weird, and it's just, you know, it takes some getting used to. But this is one of those tricks, you gotta drill it out, get used to it, and eventually you'll get that nice flat plane. Of course, you wanna practice with both hands, thumb leading, nice fluid motions, keep it on the tips of your fingers. You're going to scoop up and back, and up and back, and up and back. Of course, practice this in both directions. So to go the other way, your pinky is gonna. So rather than scooping up like you do with your thumbs in front of you, you're actually going to scoop down and down, down and down. All right, last trick, and we're just gonna have to have the squish laughing in the background, I suppose. So all that's gonna happen is your fan is going to spin over your head, flat or mostly flat. It's okay if it's a little bit off plane, but oh. I gotta decapitate myself for this one. Ah. So flat above your head, or mostly flat, and you're going to bring it down. My palm is facing up the entire time. Down, and bring it inward, underneath your arm, like that, and then bring it up again to start the motion again. It doesn't matter which hand you start with, by the way. It's okay to start with your dominant hand. For example, this is my right hand. And then add on the other fan later. So when you add on the other fan, what you're going to do is have your wicks in this kind of W position, and your fans are just going to chase each other. They're both going to make the same movements. And speed it up. And of course, practice in both directions. Mine was a little choppy because I was holding them pretty tightly the whole time. I really just wanted you to be able to see the motion and see what I'm doing. But again, you want to keep your fans loose, on a very loose grip, so that you can have a nice fluid motion the entire time. You can go split time. You can also throw it into a turn. What? Da da na 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 na. Da 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 da. So fun. Alrighty. Well, that was fun. And now I am flipping warm. Oh, I've exposed my geek. I'm sorry. Alrighty. So, good news for you guys. Are you ready? I wrote a book. Eee! Okay. Quick disclaimer. Writing and publishing are two completely different things. So I wrote the book, but it is not currently published. However, I am in the process of doing so. Right now, the book is on its first round of professional editing, and it features Floridas. I've just always loved circus and theater and music and performing and everything else. So I had to write a book. I had to write my own fictional story on my very own circus. So the story follows Blake Avery. He's dreamed of joining the Fool Circus his entire life. So he's been juggling since he was 8 years old in hopes that they will find him and hire him. So he's finally getting his chance, you guys. His chance has finally come. He's going to perform with them. Only things are not as they seem. Things take a really dark turn when he learns about the history of the Fool Circus and where these performers actually came from. And that darkness becomes danger when he falls in love with one of the performers. And now he has to learn her art, which is, can you guess it? Fire spinning. So now, as he's learning the dark secrets, he wants to protect the new friends that he made here, including the woman he loves. There's violence, there's danger, there's sex. All of the grown-up, dark, evil things. It's all in there. So if you want more information on both the story and the publishing process, I will have my information around here somewhere. You'll see it. But my videos are going to stay primarily flow arts. I will add little tidbits of info every so often just to build hype. Hopefully, maybe you guys want to read it. But my writer platform will have updates on the publishing process, more information on the characters, as well as writing tips. If anyone, maybe you want to write a book, who knows. If you want to check out my artwork or buy something from my shop, here are the links for that. You can follow me on Instagram, Spinstagram, Flowstagram, that thing. And with all that out of the way, I hope you guys have a wonderful flow journey, and I will see you next video. Bye! I have to sneeze and it's not coming out. That's gonna bug the shit out of me.
Mommy, sorry to interrupt your video.
That's okay. What's up?
But, can I use your phone?
There's a sneeze. That's the squish. So it's gonna go around your head. I hit a bubble. I don't even know what I'm doing, honestly. Split time corkscrew over bouncy knees, I guess? I don't know.